Just giving you the 8 o'clock update. You can see that they've used the elements to heat up the storm because right when it gets to Big Island, the eye is very small, but then they blast it again to keep it going. And let's watch just the end of this. This will be where they heat it up right there. Now let's go into the next set and let's see what's happening here. Let me go and slow it down. I think they've really punched enough energy into it to do what it needs to do. It's barely windy. It's like dead, completely dead still winds here in Kihei. And we have a little bit of sprinkling, and that's about it, which is what I anticipated. So let's take a look. You can see they're still blowing out the outer rings. You can see that's why they're spinning out. If a hurricane was literally going in the fashion that it should, then it would still have the outer bands would be wrapping around. But you can see the outer bands, if you wait for it, start almost splitting up, like something is pulling them apart. Pacific Redwood 1 really explains what's happening with these outer bands more specifically, but they're doing something to pull apart those outer bands so that they're going to completely reduce the strength of this storm before it gets closer to the islands. But as you can see, that the path of this has not gone toward the islands. It's stayed at a horizontal. It's kind of gone up a little bit, I think just toward the 18th degree north, and then it just stays on that horizontal line, slowly moving a little bit higher, but not much, and then it kind of takes a little dip back downward again, and then it comes up a little bit. And so I don't imagine it's going to continue to go toward the Hawaiian Islands. I think it's going to slowly kind of move off, and this is what they wanted to do with the storm. So you know, we predicted it, me and a few other people who could see beyond the news that we're told. We looked deeper, and so when my friends called, I'm like, don't worry about it. They're doing this, they're going to show you what you can do. The storm will barely touch us. We're not going to have much, maybe some winds and rains, and then it'll be done. And I believe that's exactly what's happening. I'll check again this morning. If I wake up 1 or 2, I'll check it again. And then, of course, I'll check it again tomorrow when the sun comes up. Now, we were anticipating winds and rains already. It is nothing. A little bit of sprinkle, hardly any winds. You know, but again, always good to be precautious. I took all my plants off the balcony. What can I say? I wish now I hadn't, because now I got to take them back out again. But, you know, this is just typical. I'm going to freeze one of the frames because I do believe I can see a frame where they have hit some radiation in there. So let me go frame by frame and take a look, see if they had hit a large portion. And again, if you're going to do this, you really have to go frame by frame, because to catch this, when they pulse the electromagnetic radiation, they pulse it really for like a second, maybe a minute, but it's so quick you can barely catch it. So let me go back. I saw it here. And you have to learn to look for it. It's not something that your eye is trained to see. And, you know, when you catch it on the days that it's so obvious, you're just beside yourself. You're thinking, what is this? Why is that coming up? But it's happening more and more often now. And so it certainly is not a glitch. I'm still looking. Gets right around here. Sorry, I have the AC on because it's really humid and my AC is quite loud. Okay, maybe I didn't see it. Maybe I thought I saw it. Let's just do one more run. Very interesting. You can see as I'm going frame by frame, the storm's cloud should be going one way, but you can see there is definitely something pulling the outer bands apart because it's going the opposite direction, and you see that as I'm going frame by frame right here. So, they won't explain this stuff to you, and if you ask them, I don't even think they'd have an answer. They would probably get defensive. If you ask any kind of meteorologist about this, they'd blame it on something else and be defensive. It's okay. You just have to make your own decision of what you feel this is, and choose, base your decision on your own choice. Either you're going to believe this or you want to believe what they're telling you. It's up to you. It's not right or wrong. I'm just showing you a different way to look at what's going on because the whole thing seems a little unnatural and skeptical to me. But that's just my opinion, and that's certainly just from looking at the evidence here on these satellites. So, okay. Aloha, everyone, and maybe the waves will be good tomorrow. Bye.